Welcome to the 8-Bit Katz Show. With us tonight, we've got myself, Stephanie, Zach, Peter, and Tom.
Hi-yo.
Hello.
This is a place where friends geek out over the nerdy things we love, occasionally with cats.
I don't see any cats.
Tom's dying over there. Everything's fine. It's all gonna be...
My land is finally coming to
Chaos. I can't wait for it all to be chaos.
So you had suggested on our pilot, which if you would like to see our original pilot, you can subscribe to us on Patreon at patreon.com/8bitcats.
That's cats with a Z and a K.
Just like right there or up here. Keep going. Keep going. We're just having a private conversation over here.
You had suggested that we watch Invincible on
Wait,
Amazon Prime.
Who suggested that?
Tom.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tom. You suggested that?
Yeah.
I like the show. It was good.
So let's just dive in. We watched episodes 1 through 4.
Well, we watched episodes 1 through 4. I think you've seen the whole thing, right,
Yeah,
Tom?
I've already seen the whole thing.
Have you seen the whole thing, too?
Yeah, and read the comic.
And read the comic. Oh, shit. All right.
Oh, yeah, there's a
I am
comic.
working from behind over here. All right.
So I have questions.
Mm-hmm.
They don't answer. They set up a lot of questions in those first 4 episodes. They don't answer a lot.
Yeah, that's why you got to watch the whole thing, because then everything starts making sense.
We should have just watched the whole thing straight
Get
through, shouldn't
answered
we?
in the first 8 episodes. Like they've held some stuff back.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my first question is, like, pacing-wise, it feels disjointed to me. Like, is that intentional?
It's a result of how they
Or
did
was
it.
I just really fucking tired last night?
So they really changed the order of a lot of the events that happened in the show. There's some stuff that just doesn't happen until after the season finale in the comics. So that's probably why it's feeling a little off.
I don't know. I've thoroughly enjoyed it so far.
Yeah, because the first episode, like, the way you felt about He-Man
Mm-hmm.
was the way I felt about the show. I was like, oh my god, I'm so bored. Like, there were definitely parts that... Ghost cat.
Yeah,
There were definitely parts where I was like, oh shit, what's about to happen? Like, when Omni-Man came in and just murdered the Guardians of the Globe.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great ending to the episode. I was like, oh, yeah, it was a lot of slow setup, and then all of a sudden, wait,
Yeah,
what?
oh, shit.
What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, but like even like the parts where like so they were trying to make Mark seem more like one of us, and like he's trying to balance his new responsibilities. I was like so not invested in the whole him Amber thing. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Just fucking tell the bitch to go wank off. Like, I don't care. Like, I just did not, like, I don't know, like.
Well, I love love, so.
But also, I don't know if I was just really tired last night because, so for our listeners, just to give you kind of heads up, the house we are currently in, our landlord has decided that they don't want to renew our lease, so we've been scrambling to find a place to live. We went to a bunch of house showing yesterday, and just like by the time we got home, we were supposed to go to the Yingling launch party. Really sad we didn't get to go.
The hell is a Yingling launch party? It
Yingling
sounds like some weird freaking...
Yingling Brewery is the oldest brewery in America. Started brewing beer in 1829.
No, I was just making sure because it seemed like we were about to go down a path of PC correction.
It is a delicious beer, and we were supposed to go to the launch party because I brought it into my bar. We were one of the first ones that had it in Texas, so they gave me a couple passes. We're like, all right, sweet, free food, free beer. No, so instead we ended up last night...
for 4 hours, we had to go through all the contracts and all the for...
Put an offer on the house,
Put an offer on a house.
That's good.
So, like, by the time we started watching, like, I was already tired and exhausted, so I don't know if maybe, like, that was just part of it. It was a long day, and I was annoyed. But just, like, I really don't care about Amber at all.
I think that was it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching the first episode, it is kind of slow.
Oh, no, it definitely is slow, but you can tell that they're setting up so much stuff that's going to pay off later that you're like, all right, I want to know where this is going to go. I wish I would know now, but obviously you know what they're going to answer those questions eventually, but it's also like, just tell me now.
Yeah, no.
I mean, just diving in.
I don't want no secrets.
Just diving into, like, the first 4 episodes, like, I feel like Nolan is like, Omni-Man, or Nolan's his real name, right?
Yeah, Nolan.
Yes.
I feel like he's
is that his real name, though?
Yeah, it's Nolan.
Scapegoat, and robot, I feel like he's like somehow connected to whoever the actual big bad is.
No, I think Robot's just crazy.
Am I on track at all here?
No.
I don't
not
know.
even a little bit.
Yeah, no. Nolan is definitely the bad guy.
No, I mean, I truly do like to hear your theory on why you think Robot is the mastermind behind everything here.
I don't think he's necessarily the mastermind, but I think he's like the number one guy underneath whoever the big bad is. Like, this is the big bad, and then he's telling Robot, hey, I need you to do these things and set these things up. And
he does seem
posing,
like he does seem like he has his own plan on the side here for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like they're posing Nolan up to be the scapegoat. Like, I don't think... I mean, I do think he murdered the Guardians of the Globe, but I don't think it was of his own volition.
Well, if they made you feel that way, damn, that's a pretty good show.
Well done on that. Yeah,
Am I hot, cold?
I don't know.
It's very cold.
I feel like with his interaction with like his family and everything like that after that he is just a dick. I think he is just a dick, and he did that on purpose for I don't know what reason, but I think he's got his own reason, and he definitely wanted to and enjoyed murdering those people.
Well, I mean, by the end of episode 4, Nolan's still in the hospital.
No,
he gets
that's after he gets out and
3.
he beats up the portal dudes that age because their
okay,
timeline moves faster,
okay, so
and
that's it,
literally destroys their entire planet and civilization, and then drops a meteor on them.
Well, he doesn't destroy their planet.
Oh no!
No, he
Did you not see the giant meteor that he's holding up above the planet to go, hey, if you don't open a portal and get me back to my own place, I'm going to drop this. And they go, okay. And they put open the portal and he goes, see ya, suckers. You're all going to die. Bye. He Sokovia'd those bitches.
Yeah. He really did. He killed the whole planet.
That is Age of Ultron shit right there. He's like, all right, bye. And did not care.
I do like how it, like every time he goes to say his name, like it brings up the title screen and then it's got more and more blood on it every time.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
This is definitely gonna go poorly. That is some foreshadowing that this is gonna go very poorly.
Right.
It'll start going.
Also, picking Invincible as your name, that's just asking for trouble, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the context of his mind, his dad always told him that the spacefaring people that he was,
The Viltrumites.
yeah,
Viltrumites,
they are
yeah.
invincible. Like, they are practically invincible outside of themselves killing themselves.
Yeah.
Because a Viltrumite and a Viltrumite, they
But they could take
they
each
kill
other out. And hey, I will say, well, I guess it took 6 or 7. I forget how many are in the Guardians of the Globe.
7?
Was it 7 or 6? 6. There were 6 of them. It did
No,
take
was
6
7,
of them.
because it looked like it was an odd number when they were lowering the coffin.
I thought there was.
there's reason for that.
Yeah. There is.
But
reason for that.
it's shown in later episodes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
But there
Something that
are
you're only
6
for.
of them, correct? The Guardians of the Globe.
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it did take 6 of them. They did put a pretty good beating on Omni-Man, but it did take 6 of them, and he did murder all of them during that.
Yeah.
But they put up a fight. Not a great one, but they did put up a fight.
For the most part.
For them, yeah.
I just
If
want
there
to
had
watch.
been one more, they might have.
Aquarius
actually won.
died so poorly.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
I mean, I know he's an Aquaman knockoff, and so yeah, that guy's gonna die like a little bitch. But he died like a little bitch.
I want to see the adventures of Demon Detective.
Oh, Damien Darkblood.
Damien Darkblood, yeah. He looks. I love it because he's like a cross between Hellboy and Constantine, and I'm like, all right, I'm on board with this. This is great.
He's around a little bit more in the comics, but he's also not as good in that. But I can't say too much as to why because it's still a spoiler.
I will say the voice cast on this is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Clancy Brown is Damien Darkblood. J.K. Simmons is freaking Omni-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and he kind of looks like J. Jonah Jameson
Right?
still. And you're like, yeah, it's so right. And then
I like-
even
I
the
did-
Taylor is freaking Mark Hamill.
Yeah,
And you're like,
Mark
wait a
Hamill.
second. I think that's Mark Hamill.
It is.
She was looking at me like, is it? And I go, I'm like 90% sure that's Mark Hamill.
It's
Yeah.
Mark
No,
Hamill.
you looked at me and said, "Is that Mark Hamill?" And I'll go, "Yeah, it's fucking Mark Hamill."
I'm like, it's got to be Mark Hamill, right? Yeah.
It's Mark Hamill.
I did like when he got back from the Age World and he was like all like his beard was all like grown out and stuff.
And that actually kind of hints into, the Viltrumites.
He did not.
I don't know if they.
I will say, like,
gotten into the explanation by episode 4.
I don't think. No, I don't think
not
they.
as much in that one. No.
Yeah, then we'll have to wait.
No, we still
Are you
just
saying
know-
that they age slower than humans? Because it seems that way.
No, they age slower, but there's a reason to the age. I'm
Yeah.
gonna spoil it
That's
just a
like
little
don't
bit
spoil
for
it,
you.
don't spoil it.
I
Okay.
mean, I can give you this piece of
They
information.
live
'cause
super long, don't they?
It's not that. It's that as they grow older, they get like powerful.
They get more powerful the
Yeah.
older they get, and they live for a long ass fucking time.
Yes.
Oh, so he's just going insane.
No.
No, he's not insane.
he's not going insane.
He's
No,
insane with
it's just-
power, maybe.
I just how you explain in the end of that episode where he came out and he had all this gray and stuff like that. That was actually like most people don't catch on to that, you know. And when he explains it later on in the episode, and you'll see it, he explains how the Viltrumites work, and that's one of the points is that they get stronger as they age,
Yeah.
and. In that instance, you got to think about it. He went into that world,
and then aged decades
years.
probably.
And
honestly,
you don't know how far he aged being in that time space. And then basically when he comes back, he's older, but how old?
doesn't look any older either, too.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
Which,
kind of like
yeah, that was the only thing that was different was he had like a 2-month growth of beard,
yes,
and he was there for a while.
yeah. So
There is one thing worth noting with the comic in that where he actually does talk. It doesn't happen in the show, but he talks to Mark about it, basically saying that he downplayed as much as he could for how long he was in that world to his wife, but he didn't even really know how long he had been in there.
Oh yeah, he wasn't actually aware how long it actually
he lost
been.
track.
Well, yeah, because he tracked down every single person on the planet and murdered them.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was pretty cool, honestly.
not all of them. He didn't kill all of them, but yeah.
And then the other
Or
question
did
I
they come
had.
back? Because that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So
Not in the show though.
we know that the Viltrumites come from space, but like, where do they explain like where other superheroes come from? Like, is this
Earth.
Earth, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
they're
just
Earthbound.
like born.
No, all
Well-
the heroes in Earth were Earthbound heroes.
No, there was some Martians, but that was
Yeah, like-
it
Well,
was
right,
one
but I mean,
Martian.
like-
That was the
She's
one
asking,
Martian.
is it
Yeah.
magic? Is it mutants? Is it they just show
Oh,
up one day
it
randomly
varies.
like that?
I don't know if
Is
they're
it-
going to go
it's-
into the explanations for Adam, Eve, and Rexplode for their origins, but they were both.
Explode is a dick.
He's the best. I love Rex. But
Rex.
they are both initially just normal ass humans who get experimented on.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That was pretty much like was just wondering like, are they metahumans?
Again, voice cast.
Well, it varies, like
I
Monster
can't remember the
Girls.
guy's name, but Rexplode is. I can only ever think of him as Rafi from the League, and it's just. I'm like, y'all cast that well. That was well done. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I want to watch him get his ass kicked.
Oh, we did. Monster
like
Girl beat
more,
the shit
like-
out of him.
Yeah.
I just constant ass kick. I hate him.
Oh, that dude's probably
I hate
gonna
him
die.
a lot.
I have a feeling he's gonna die, but they're gonna make it so you're sad when he dies, and I
Oh,
think,
I won't be sad. I
No.
will cheer.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're gonna write it well. That you're gonna be sad when he dies, but that dude, I feel like he's gonna die.
I will say, from the comics, Rex is sincerely one of my favorite characters.
Really? Okay.
I really love Rex.
He actually grows on you.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Right now, he reminds me of several ex-boyfriends. So.
I mean, he is a dick in the
Oh, yeah,
beginning.
he's a
You know,
dick,
you're like,
yeah.
oh shit, and then as the time progresses, he's still a dick, but he's a likable dick, and you're
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, okay.
He starts to realize how much of a dick he was and tries to fix that a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
That's good.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Let's see.
I don't know. Yeah, overall, more questions I have than answers.
Yes.
But I guess your aging thing on the Viltrumite thing makes sense why Mark's such a little bitch.
In
I
a-
mean,
in a way.
again, he's
Kind of.
he's obviously very strong, but he takes a lot more damage than his dad does.
I like when he went up against the bull and he's like, "Hit me, hit me again, harder." It's a good soundbite right there.
I felt
Yeah, it's a
a
little-
little dirty listening to that. not just you in the show too. I felt a little dirty listening to that in the show. I'm like, what are you into, Mark? All right.
Yeah, this is getting weird, dude.
Also, Grayson. Come on, guys. There's a really famous person already in comics with the last name Grayson. Could we come up with something a little more
I
original?
mean, that was probably by design.
No, I
It's
know.
all by design.
Yeah.
Omni-Man was like that.
It's obviously by design, but it's also like, really? Like, yeah, you have Batman. You call him Darkwing. Okay, cool, great. Yeah, we're supposed to feel like some stuff like that, but I'm like, couldn't you come up with something other than actually, well, it's not Dick Grayson, it's Mark Grayson. It's completely different. It's completely different.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not going to get much answers until you continue watching.
God, I need to see
Because
more
1
of the
through
show.
4 is definitely one of those like.
Well, I
It's
the
believe
lead
building
ups.
a lot of mystery, but
Yeah.
not explaining shit.
I did
Yeah.
enjoy I think that's where she's getting her part. That Robot's the bad guy. Is that he does break the two? God, I always want to call them the Menendez brothers, but they're not the Menendez brothers.
clone guys.
Like- Clones, yeah.
The clone guys that I do love their dynamic where they're like, no, you're the clone. No, you're the clone.
you're the
Obviously,
clone.
I'm not the clone.
Yeah.
I'm way smarter than you. I'm the original. And they don't actually know which one's the clone, which that's a great way to do it. You shouldn't know who the clone is. Then your power dynamic is obviously off.
That's obviously their thing.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. No, that's definitely they did whatever. Whoever cloned them did it on purpose.
Yes.
I'm assuming they clone each other. Well, I think it's one of they showed right at the end. Yeah, he clones himself again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So his cloning technology is really good. I will say that.
Yeah, but by seeing them clone themselves, you don't know how many iterations of clones they've made. So
Yeah,
and they even don't know that themselves.
And they don't know if they were copying the copy or if they were copying the original anytime they were doing it too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which that's a great dynamic for clones. That just the clone should never know who the original is.
Yeah.
In any media, I don't care. The clone shouldn't know.
And what's funny is like the one that knows that the other is the clone because he made them. The other one has the same mind, so
Yeah.
he feels like he's the guy who cloned the other one. So they're in that dynamic always.
That's fantastic.
They will always be in that dynamic. It's like, oh no, you're the clone. It's like, no, I cloned you. No, you didn't. I cloned you because
They have the memories
the
of
same
cloning.
memory
Yeah,
up
yeah.
until that point where they were both
That,
in
like
there.
exact second when they both get the
Yeah.
memory. Yeah.
So you don't know from that point, and they truly don't know from that point who is the clone when they got up.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Nice.
So we need there are only 8 episodes in that season, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so we got to watch the last half of that season. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And as you watch it, you're gonna go,
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
it gets
Okay.
more.
It gets great, but it does leave enough open to realize. Yeah, they're going to do a lot of stuff with this.
There's gonna be there is a second season already confirmed, I think, right?
I think so.
I believe so.
You looked that up for us, Tom?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
But honestly, they'll need like 7 or 8 more seasons to cover everything that happens in the
How mu-
comic.
How much of this comic is there?
Is
it like
over 100 issues? I believe.
Jesus. Okay.
It's a lot of stuff that happens.
I had never even heard of that comic before ever hearing the or seeing the TV show come up.
Oh really?
I had never even heard of it.
Oh yeah.
Now I really want to go read this comic because
It was renewed.
It's really good.
So it was renewed for a second season on April 29th.
word. All right.
Awesome.
But I
So-
believe the second season's not going to be coming out until next year.
Oh well,
correct?
yeah. That animation
wouldn't
has to
surprise
take
me.
forever because it's beautiful animation too. It's
At
done.
times.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes
well.
it's really ugly, but a lot of times it's really good. Like
Yeah,
if it's a
but
fight
for-
scene, great.
Their fight
Yeah.
scenes they have taken so much effort. Any of like their I will say any of their
Like more idle scenes or like this
idle
is
scenes and
cafeteria.
wide shots.
Yeah.
Like their cityscapes like are obviously very very digital and everything else is seems hand drawn, cell shaded kind of stuff like that, and not. It probably is digital,
Yeah.
but
You can
It
tell a
looks
good portion
like it was
of the
drawn.
budget went to the voice actors.
Yeah.
and it should have. They did a great.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The voice cast is amazing. I'm sorry, it's all good.
Yeah, I'm showing season 2 release in like spring of next year.
Spring 2022. All
Yeah.
right.
Cool. So episode 1 of What If also came out.
What if?
Oh my god, I love this show.
After one episode, I'm definitely hooked.
Oh yeah.
I would watch 3 seasons of just Captain Carter.
Oh yeah, just
yeah,
give me.
that was pretty great, to be
She
fair.
just murdered everyone. She was like, you know what? Fuck it.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess that I do love the difference between obviously her and Steve, because Steve was always the little guy, the little
Yeah.
guy that always got picked on, and she obviously has a little bit of that issues too, because being a woman in a man's world at that time, and
Yeah.
especially in the military, where it's even like I do love you're even lucky to be in the room, and then she throws that back in the colonel's face, and you're like, that's great, but. She also had legitimate military training beforehand,
Yeah.
had been a spy, knew how to kill people as a normal woman,
Yeah.
and then goes, "All right, I'm 6'3" and I can bench press a moon. Okay, I don't. She's not that
I don't know
strong,
about
but-
a moon, but
she's not that strong. Well, she can bench press a tank. Okay,
The
and
only-
does.
The only thing I did not like about that episode, because it was really good, was the fact that she still ends up with the same shield. It's probably been a minute since
I wish it
watched
had
President.
been Captain Britain's shield.
Not just that, but when he's going through the prototypes for the different shields, and Steve sees that one. I can't. Howard's like,
Howard's
no,
right.
that's a crappy prototype. Don't mess with that one. It sucks. And he picks it anyway. So it's like, why would that be the first one you suggest to Carter if you thought it was a shitty
I
prototype?
think on that one, because obviously in the original actual Captain America First Avenger, Steve steals that one.
Yes.
And then goes out. But in this one, Howard is on it, and he's like, all right, I think this is the one I can steal and they don't notice. So I'm going to give this one to Peggy.
Oh, no. So, the shield he originally uses on a mission to save Bucky when he's doing it at, like, the illegal
Oh, that's
mission.
his USO. That's his original USO
it's the
shitty
original
shield,
one.
yeah.
When he's picking a shield because they like him now, that's the one that he's got, like, hidden away and says, this is a crappy prototype. We didn't like that one. These are the good ones.
See, so that's why I think like that was because they liked him and they didn't like Peggy, so he only had the crappy prototype.
He only had access.
So he's like, all right, I'm stealing this one. I'm gonna make her a ridiculous suit. Oh, this is not very camouflage. Yeah, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Come on, is it not cool?
I like when she's like, "Come on, Howard, we might need someone to press some buttons."
Well, yeah, he's like, I'm not a doer guy. I'm just here to press the button. Fuck you, Howard.
I mean, it
In his defense,
Howard.
in his defense, he is a button. He's the button guy.
Yeah.
I am excited. I have the at least the rumor is, I believe it's been at least sort of confirmed, is that they're going to do multiple seasons of What If, obviously.
Hopefully, yeah.
But their plan is to do multiple seasons of What If, and apparently on every season of What If, they're going to start it out with the next part of the story for Captain Carter.
Oh, awesome.
So they're basically going to recreate the MCU with Peggy as the first Avenger and redo like the Avenger movies and stuff like that and give you all of that. But instead of Steve being there, it's Peggy.
Okay.
Which seems
they're
legit to me.
They're changing like a lot of story. Like Black Panther is going to be Star-Lord.
Yeah, but those won't all interconnect. Those
Yeah,
are all
they
their
might not
own
be part of the
separate
same
universes.
universe.
So they're going to keep giving I believe for the Peggy's that universe, they're going to keep giving us updates on that universe is apparently the plan. And I'm like, that seems legit because I would love to see the Battle of New York, but it's Peggy. And you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Though also, the technology in that timeline is going to be way different because Howard decides to build an Iron Man suit in the 40s,
Right.
powered by the Tesseract, and you're like, okay, so they've been using the Tesseract now they've had access to it, and the Red Skull obviously didn't get it, and Hydra's dead.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess what is it? That means Winter Soldier, the events of the Winter Soldier part don't even happen.
Don't happen.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because Becky didn't ever even fall from the train.
You almost ripped my
Yeah, but
arm
he still
off.
got experimented on. That the Bucky in that should have still received the shitty super soldier serum.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, because they're trying to, again, replace the fact that Peggy's not there instead of Steve, but
Yeah.
they still don't have a super soldier, so they're like, well, we got this one, might sort of work. Here you go. But yeah, the Hydra Stomper is legit. My favorite scene in the whole thing is when she flies up on his back and she just jumps through the Nazi bombers and is just tossing dudes out the portholes, and you're like, that dude's gonna die a very poor death. That's I don't care because he's a fucking Nazi.
Yeah.
Just
Sorry, if you're a
just
fucking
not
Nazi, fuck you.
Indiscriminate, just murders everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like, sweet.
There was a couple great ones. She's like, yeah, I'm going to slam this guy's head into the pavement. And you're like, yeah, there's no blood in this. Well, so cool. But also, there should have been a lot. That should have looked like the end of the first episode of
Invincible.
Invincible.
Yeah, there's blood everywhere.
That guy's entire brain, the entire head should have just exploded from the concussion of that, okay? He shouldn't have even been able to slam into the concrete because it should have already exploded from the way her shield hit his head.
Shadow says hello.
And I would have watched that too. I don't think they can put that on Disney Plus. I think that's kind of against their model.
Probably
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
a little.
I mean, you didn't see him slamming the shield into that dude's face, but you did get, like, in Falcon and the Winter Soldier when John Walker, like...
Yeah, all you saw was there was blood on the on the thing at the end. You did not see how much he definitely cut that dude's head off with
Yeah,
it.
Literally
dude
what I
decapitated.
just said.
Yeah.
But he definitely cut that dude's head off with the shield.
But
Yeah.
you at least saw, like,
Yeah,
the blood.
you
was
know
what
what
was-
happened.
Yeah, but you
Right.
didn't see it splurting everywhere and his head fall off. I'm just saying they can't put that on Disney Plus.
Right?
Though, again, I wish
Shadow
they could.
disagrees with you.
But Disney won't let you put that on there. I'm sorry, buddy. But I don't know.
Did you get to check it out at all?
Nope. I'm just listening.
Cool.
Seriously, it's honestly it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And again on that one the animation is very beautiful. It was done so well.
That's good.
They got like a whole the whole ending scene reminded me honestly of Hellboy. They got like some they got like some giant kraken beast coming out of a portal. Oh, it's ridiculous. And Peggy jumped. That's how they do the time jump with Peggy. Instead of her getting frozen in the ice because Hydra was already destroyed, and she wouldn't have made a dumb decision like that anyway. Like Steve, jump out of the fucking plane. Anyway, set it on cruise control. Jump out of the fucking plane. You can swim really well. We know you can. But anyway, so he goes through the portal, and then they open it up in I guess 2008 again or whatever. That's when Steve came back. 2008, 2000, somewhere in there. But they
late 2000s.
They open it back up. They open up another portal with the Tesseract, like at the beginning of Avengers, where Loki steps through.
Yeah.
But instead of Loki stepping through, Peggy Carter steps through, and she's still got a sword, and she's chopping calamari behind her, and she jumps out and she goes, "Where's Steve?" And they're like, "Yeah, so we got something to tell you. The war's over. We did win." Then when she like does the whole like stiff upper lip British thing, she goes, "Well, at least we won the war." And like that's how it ends. You're like, "Oh shit, okay, Peggy, you are very British." Okay.
Yep. It's fantastical. And so I know that you two haven't seen it yet, but we did get a chance to go watch The Jungle Cruise. Oh my god, it was so good. So, first of all,
it was terrible in the right ways. Because it was terrible in the exact same ways that the ride is terrible that makes you want to go on it 1,000 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, like, that's probably one of my favorite rides at Disney. Have you ever been?
When I was a small child.
Nope.
So the way the Jungle Cruise works is it's a boat ride with a bunch of like animatronic animals and stuff.
Cruise.
And you have the skippers, and the whole spiel is that they tell really bad dad jokes the whole time. Like one of my favorites is that you're coming up on like an alligator, and they're like, "Oh yeah, her name's Ginger. She snaps." It gets me every time.
They're all that bad, and it's amazing.
Yeah, and then like the big famous one is when you come around the one side, you're coming behind the waterfall, and they go, "And now it's the 8th wonder of the world, the backside of water." And
don't try this at home; you'll hit your head on the sink.
Yeah, and
shit like that. It's so great.
And so they open it up with Dwayne Johnson giving the atypical Jungle Cruise, and he has like all of these little like things in place, so it makes it look like it's more fantastical than it is, and just telling the best of the puns, and I was totally there for it. And then things happen, and he meets Emily Blunt's character, and they go on this fantastical adventure.
It is very Pirates of the Caribbean-y.
They actually
had to add a lot of shit in there just to make it a story instead of just a Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
So I was actually today. I was listening to the Disney Movie Insiders podcast, and they were talking about Jungle Cruise. Their two inspirations was actually Pirates of the Caribbean and Indiana Jones, and you definitely get those feelings from it. But I think they just did a fantastic job. Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt's chemistry is just spot on.
And then it's got, oh my goodness, I can't remember now the British comic's name.
Jack Whitehall.
Jack Whitehall, who is very funny. Watch his stand-ups. He's a ridiculous human being. But he's great in the whole thing. He's her gay little brother that like goes to protect her, but is the guy. You get a little bit of the Mummy vibes, like
Benny?
Benny, yeah. He reminds you a lot of, not Benny.
Of Benny, I was about to say.
Not Benny.
Benny was the...
No, now I can't. I'm blanking on all the names. It's just Brendan Fraser.
Well, it's not Brendan Fraser.
Rick O'Connell.
I thought it was the guy.
Evie's brother.
Evie's brother, yeah.
Was not Rick O'Connell.
No, that's what I'm saying. Not Rick. Not Evie. Evie's brother, who I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
Tom, look that up for me.
Yeah.
You got it.
But you get a lot of those vibes that he's just kind of there, And he's like, I don't know really why I'm here. I'm kind of financing this whole thing is basically what's going on here and
Yeah.
making sure my sister doesn't die, even though I am not qualified to make sure she does not die.
There is one part, and this won't spoil anything for you, but there's this one part where like he's trying to bring all his luggage onto the boat, right? And Frank, who's Dwayne Johnson's character, is like, "What's in here?" And he tells him, he's like, "Oh, that's my bathing supplies." And Frank's like, "Well, fuck that."
And just starts tossing
throws
it in the river.
What's this one? That's got my liquor in it. This one can stay.
It's John Hannah.
Yeah, but what's the character's
name.
name?
The character's name. Let's see. What's his freaking name?
Nobody.
He's not in anything else. The Mummy should be the first one on there.
No, he's in a lot of stuff.
on
No,
there.
Yeah.
he's one of those character actors that shows up in everything, but you don't remember that he was there.
He was Holden Radcliffe in Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either, but I've never watched that. So.
Yeah, neither have I.
I watched like the first 3 seasons, and then it all went downhill.
Yeah, once
there.
he gets to Winter Soldier, it just kind of, that whole show just went off the frickin' rails.
He was also Batticus and Spartacus.
Like the original Spartacus or the Spartacus Blood and Sand, the
Jonathan.
HBO show.
I think the
Jonathan.
Yeah.
There we go. That's his name. Thanks. Took long enough. Jesus.
Oh, I mean, I'm going through all his movies.
Yeah,
he's in a lot
at a
of
certain
stuff.
point, it just
God
became like,
damn,
look
he's
at all the
in a
shit
lot of
he's in.
stuff.
Yeah,
Like-
but he's
But
there's Jonathan.
you get a lot of those vibes from the brother in this show too. I think I guess you said they said Pirates of the Caribbean and Indiana Jones.
Jones.
I think that you should also throw in the Mummy in there and their inspirations, even though they didn't say it, because there was definitely some Mummy inspiration in there.
Yeah, but The Mummy isn't a Disney-owned property.
Isn't it? Oh, it's Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
It's not Fox.
So
I'm
they
like,
don't wanna
isn't it
mix
Fox?
it
Isn't
with
that Disney
their-
too?
It's Universal, yeah.
Universal. Okay.
Yeah, 104 credits.
Jesus, that's quite a bit. That's more than I would expect from him, honestly. I don't remember him in anything
I
besides
imagine
the
so
Mummy.
when you led with like, oh, he's like not like in anything else at all. Like he's just in the Mummy.
I only thought he was in the Mummy. I don't know. That's the only thing I remember him from.
You uncultured swine.
Obviously. But yes, it is stupid in the perfect ways. And honestly, there's some good action in it. Emily Blunt is fantastic. She does all her own stunts, crap like that. She does a really good job in it too. And I mean, I like anything she's in. And the fact that she's married to John Krasinski still messes me up in the head. Pays to be funny. It pays to be funny. Not just funny looking though.
Oh my god. All right.
So, Amazon Prime also gave us a little cryptic first look at their Lord of the Rings series that's coming out September of 2022. So it's supposed to be taking place during Tolkien's Second Age. And the picture that we got is a figure in white between 2 illuminated trees, which I guess I didn't actually ever read The Lord of the Rings. I only read The Hobbit and then watched the movies. But apparently, if you've read the books, like the two trees, like you would.
No, they're probably either the Tree of Life. Well, I mean, they have specific names, but
If
one's
it's-
like a Tree of Life, and then one was like a different Tree of Death.
if it's
and they're like
Second
the world
Age-
trees almost.
Yeah, if it's Second Age, that would make sense because that's what would be that would be Melikor being the big bad.
Yeah, that would be.
So
Melkor.
that would be it would be the Valinir. It would be the battles with the Valinir. Valinir.
That
I think that's right.
That
Valinor?
sounds right.
It starts with a V. Oh, the Lord of the Rings nerds are gonna get at me on this one.
Oh, they are.
I'm not Stephen Colbert. I'm sorry, guys.
You don't speak Elvish. How dare you?
You failure.
I don't speak Elvish. I can read a bit.
Now, listen, I thought when I was hearing about this, I thought it was just going to be a straight remake of Lord of the Rings, and I was almost annoyed because it's like, why even do that?
They did such a
already
good job.
Did it perfectly with the original movies.
They did as good as they were ever gonna do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Please
no, it's-
don't remake those.
It's
Please
like a
don't.
super hard prequel.
So they just grabbed part of the what is it, the Silmarillion?
Silmarillion, yeah.
And they're just doing that. Okay, I can live with that.
I'm actually okay with that because they shouldn't have done that in The Hobbit. Just
Yeah.
give me the Silmarillion. Shoot, give me the heirs of Durin, or not heirs of Durin. The it's one of the it's basically one of his uncompleted works. It's basically the history of the dwarves. Gosh,
okay.
now I can't remember. It's I own it. It's on the shelf over there.
Here you go. I got it. The 2 trees of Valinor, also known as the trees of Valar, simply 2 trees. One is a gold tree, one is a silver tree, and they were destroyed by Melkor and the primal spider, Ungernot. But it's showing that the last flower and fruit that were made from the trees were the sun and the moon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And that spider's the ancestor of Shelob.
yes.
Shelob.
Who I did not need to see turn into a lady in a game. That was weird.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And Lord of the Rings, what was it? The
Shadow of War.
Yeah.
Yeah, she turns into a lady.
she actually becomes like a human.
Yeah.
Probably like some
Steals the ring from you.
sorceress lady.
She actually takes the ring.
Yeah.
The ring of power.
Oh, you know.
Well,
I
the second
remember.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that now.
Yeah, we made fun of it a lot when their trailers were playing in the store. Yeah.
It was. I'm like, this sounds familiar. It was slowly coming back to me.
Yeah. It was weird. Nobody was into it. Yeah.
You're not Meatloaf. Stop.
Sorry. It's fine.
It really kind of paints that Shelob as like a force of good in that universe. And it's like, but
No, she was super evil.
she was totally evil.
Like literally an embodiment of evil.
Yeah.
Her ancestry all the way back is evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because the giant spider, I think Malachor was the one that tricked her into doing some stuff.
Yeah. Evil.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
she
but
was
if
The,
you're
tricked.
tricked
the
into doing it,
She wasn't
original, the
necessarily-
original one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Like,
hard
she
right
just-
into
she would
evil
just-
after that.
Well, I mean, yeah, because for the rest of your life, you're stuck knowing that you destroyed.
Yeah, so her
Tree of Light.
her ancestry all the way back is evil.
Yeah.
Back to the first one, who turned evil. Even if you got tricked, you're still
Buddy.
evil.
Hey, dude.
That's a lot of energy there, bud. Coming in hot.
You don't need to show your butt to the camera.
Oh, definitely
Face
does.
that way.
That's a cat.
Oh
move.
yeah, that's straight up butthole shot.
That is. I think we might have to censor that.
You like what you see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have to censor that.
That's actually pretty funny.
But
Insert
are you
blur
guys
tool here.
are you guys excited at all for it?
Now that I know it's not a remake of the original trilogy, yeah, I hope they do something good with it. That was my main concern. Just like, you're gonna try and do this again. It's not gonna be as good. It doesn't matter what you do. They did it already.
Yeah, they spent too much time and detail on it. That's why The Hobbit's not as good, is because they didn't spend as much time or detail as they did on Lord of the Rings. They did not make 1,000 individual suits of armor that were then on screen and then copy and pasted in CGI to make it 10,000. But they made the 1,000 suits of armor from scratch in a really impressive way.
Right. Honestly, I wish Guillermo del Toro had been able to do the Hobbit movie.
That would have been interesting
Yeah.
to get a different take, because Peter Jackson did do the Hobbit movies, correct?
Yes,
The
he
director-
came in after Del Toro
Yeah,
could not.
and because he didn't want to do the Hobbit movies, he's like,
Yeah.
I did Lord of the Rings, and I fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
Do I
Hobbit
really?
is not Lord of the Rings.
Do I really want to screw this up? No. I do want to screw this up? Okay, you're going to pay me how much money? Oh, okay. I'll screw it up. Sounds great.
Yeah. I'm totally okay with that now. Hey, bud.
He just wants to love you.
We're not paying enough attention to him, obviously. But I'm kind of I'm at least intrigued by it. It's kind of like Harry Potter. Give me more stories from Harry Potter, the Harry Potter universe,
Still did it.
that don't have Harry Potter in it, because fuck Frodo. Every other person in Lord of the Rings is amazing. Fuck Frodo Baggins. I'm sorry.
Why are we
is
mad
like
at
the least-
Frodo?
He's a little
just like the
bitch.
least interesting part of the story.
Wait, no,
It's-
I'm confused. Were you talking Harry Potter?
And then he jumped back to Frodo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't want freaking Harry Potter and Lord of the
No.
Rings. I'm going, what the hell
No.
are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying is
More stuff in this universe not around them.
with both of those franchises, I want more stories in the universe, but I don't need more from the quote unquote main character anymore.
yeah. Okay.
Stop looking at Harry Potter. Stop looking at Frodo. Yeah.
Again, because those books are written for you to replace those two people with yourself, so you can enjoy going on the hero's journey.
So they're
They're-
typically very dull, like
They are
blank characters.
milk toast motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Milquetoast.
Milquetoast. Yes, look it up. Milquetoast. That is 100% an accurate thing.
All right.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I've only ever read it.
It is milquetoast,
Speaking
yes.
of Milquetoast,
Milquetoast.
Amazon Prime also announced that they are making their own version of Cinderella.
Thank God for public domain properties, right, guys?
Oh wait, Tom's got a
Yeah,
face.
he looked up Milquetoast.
Educate us, or educate me.
One who is meek and timid and unassertive nature.
Doesn't really describe Harry, but definitely describes Frodo.
But it is really Milquetoast.
I told you it was Milquetoast.
Yeah.
I'm not making that up.
That's a weird word to know.
I think it's a great word to know.
It's used.
That gentleman right there is a Milquetoast.
It is used pretty
He's
commonly
very,
to
very
describe
milquetoast.
like just kind of basic characters in media.
Yeah.
Bella, she's a Milquetoast character.
Oh, God, she's so
She was
milquetoast.
intentionally written to be a blank slate character so that you could put yourself in.
So
her
you can
shoes.
put yourself in your own masturbatory fantasies in Twilight.
Exactly.
So
Which
God, I wouldn't want to be her.
No one would.
Kristen Stewart didn't want to be here, okay?
Robert Pattinson didn't want to be.
I don't think anybody hates Twilight more than Robert Pattinson.
Oof. From what I heard, he almost got fired over how much he hated Twilight.
Oh, he like ruined their press tours, like on purpose. They're like, what was your favorite part about that? When it was over?
Yeah, when I was done.
Very Marshawn Lynch of him.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
So yeah, Cinderella. So this is like a super different take. It looks like they're trying to mash a bunch of different things together. So it's kind of a little old style, but they're trying to bring in a lot of new themes. So like you have Billy Porter playing the godmother.
Don't have a problem with that.
Which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
But in the trailer, you see, like, instead of changing her into this big ball gown, at first he changes her into, like, a pantsuit because she's trying to be a businesswoman because she wants to promote her Dresses by Ella. She's like, this isn't really what do you want to be a businesswoman or not? I really enjoyed it.
Pretty sure that was bigoted.
Probably.
Quite.
But the
Oh my
cast.
God, do you want to be a businesswoman or not? Like, what the hell?
We've also
Fine.
got like
Like, am I wrong in
Idina Menzel, Camila Cabello, Pierce Brosnan is in it. I believe he plays the king.
Yeah, they look like it.
So I just think this will. I mean, I love anything Idina touches, so I'm really excited.
I'm sure the music's going to be fantastic, especially
Yeah,
with the level of singers that they have it, because James Corden's in there too. All those people can sing their asses off.
It's
I
by
have
the
no doubts about that.
It's by the writers of Pitch Perfect.
Is it by the producers of Pitch Perfect? Because I'd rather have that.
The writers of Pitch Perfect wrote
Yeah.
the script. And it's got original music and covers. I believe in one of the trailers they're actually they do a
Leads in
Queen.
with a cover. Yeah.
Yeah, they do a Queen cover of Somebody to Love.
Which is a great song.
It's a good song, so I'm excited.
I guess
for it.
my issue with it is, and I like the story of it. I like the idea of it. Like this, she wants to be a businesswoman. She wants to do everything like that. The problem is when you still set it in rural, I guess, most likely England, I'm guessing. Anywhere that there's a king and a peasant population, it's just, if you're going to set it in the timeline, it just screws up the timeline when you go, yeah, I'm going to be a businesswoman. No, you're not. I'm sorry. You're just not. Not in this day and age.
Not without marrying the prince and then him taking the
Yeah,
business.
you can't be going like, oh, I don't really want to marry the prince because then that would take away from my business. You'd be like, you're not going to be able to have a business unless you marry the prince. Marry the prince, you'll be good. Perfect. He'll probably let you do whatever the hell you want. He already likes you. You're cool.
See, but even what you're.
That's venture capitalism
But
right
that's
there.
not even, if you're saying, oh, it's not being historically accurate, that's not historically accurate either. Because
No.
one,
He'd lock her in the basement
prince-
and just have her pop out kids. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you can even look at recent history. You had mentioned Meghan Markle. You know, she got into the royal family, and this isn't. I basically don't have any freedom. Like, I can't go and do all of these things that I want to do and promote all these things because once you're part of that royal family, especially as a senior member, like,
Yeah, but
you got to do what they want when they want it.
Yeah, but you're also a duchess then, and you never have to want for anything ever again anyway. And in defense of that, she really should have known what she was getting into.
True.
I mean, how was she supposed
Harry did
to
not
know?
Harry did not give much of a. I guess he didn't give a good briefing on that one. He's like, "Hey, so when you actually become it, we own you pretty much." That sounds bad because you are a black girl. Sorry.
But the the royal family, they'll just be like, and if you don't do what we say, You're gonna die on a bridge. Just letting you know.
That was a tunnel. We all know what we're talking about. The Queen definitely did that. Don't have me murdered. Thanks. All right. If the Queen sees this though, and I get murdered, 100%, I think it's worth it. 100%, I think it's worth it.
The best time every time I want to chuckle about the royal family is I just watch SNL, where Bill Hader and what's his face do the Queen and her brother or something like that. We are horrible people. Just like the legit, like that's what they do.
My favorite thing making fun of the British royal family though is got to be Doctor Who, where they're like, yes, so the royal family is definitely werewolves, but nobody can talk about that.
Yeah.
It's not hemophilia. It's actually werewolves.
Yeah.
All right. Like, wait, what? All right. Okay, that sort of makes sense.
And isn't that why in Doctor Who the Queen always want to catch
the doctor? Yeah, the Queen never likes the doctors.
Yeah, from then on.
Yeah, because he totally knows
that she's a werewolf.
Yeah. Love that.
It's okay. You'll fall into that, at some point.
She's seen the werewolf episode.
Oh, okay.
She's seen Queen Victoria.
I don't remember
I am
her
not
being
amused.
a werewolf.
Oh, you don't remember that?
Do you not remember the whole werewolf part?
I do, but I don't remember her being a werewolf.
She got nicked.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
She got nicked by the werewolf, and then they talk about the weird blood diseases of the royal family.
Yes.
From that point on.
Yes.
You do realize that it's been like 3 months since we watched that, right?
You should remember stuff like that. That's a big important part. The royal family are werewolves.
Yeah, they're werewolves. We all know this.
That's a conspiracy theory I can get behind. We went to the moon, but the royal family are werewolves.
They're all werewolves.
100%.
That's why their lives are controlled.
You don't ever see them out on the full moon, do you?
They have scheduled meetings.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Y'all dumb.
Yeah, no, and back to Cinderella or Ella or whatever the hell this thing's going to be called.
It's called Cinderella.
I kind of go into his point too. Is like, I mean, if you're gonna revamp the story, revamp it like in the now. Don't revamp it back in that time and then sit there and expect it kind of like fall in. I mean, you're just kind of playing in the.
I think you could do a lot of really interesting things if you did put it in modern times.
Yeah.
Like you can do pretty much every major social issue with women right now.
You could switch the roles to where the guy is Cinderella, and try and make it that way, and it would probably still come out well, especially in this day and age. But to throw it back into that time and then sit there and say, oh, yeah, she's trying to be a businesswoman making dresses, like, okay.
You're a peasant.
Yeah.
Where's your startup money?
Yeah. How did you get your startup money? How do you even work through that? And then the rest of the story is you meeting the prince.
Is your evil stepmother really buying you reams of fabric so you can make dresses? And that she's not going to then sell and make the money off of?
How are you even getting this material without this evil stepmother? Like, she obviously isn't that evil if she's giving you the funds to do it.
Unless she's then stealing all your dresses and selling them herself, which then that'd be kind of interesting. But then how she's going, well, I'm going to lose my business. Do you have a business?
Or is it your stepmother's business?
I believe that's your stepmother's business, and you're the labor.
Yes, you're the
labor. You're working a sweatshop. I'm sorry.
She does still have the sentient rats. Maybe they're just stealing the materials.
Yeah.
True. Okay.
Sentient rats.
They dance and sing. That's as close to sentient as you're going to get when you're a rat.
Yeah.
It's not a true fairy tale if you don't have sentient animals.
Well, at least, see, the problem is that always feels more Disney than anything, and this is definitely Amazon.
Yeah.
Not owned by Disney. One of the few things.
One of the few.
When does that merger happen?
Disney and Amazon?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it will.
It can't.
2045, Disney, Amazon.
Yeah, it can't.
They wouldn't be able to publicly. It'd have to be like a backroom thing.
There'd definitely be some antitrust laws that would have to go into effect at that point.
Yep.
So you own literally 90% of the media on the planet. Oh, and now you're buying Warner Brothers. So you own all the media on the planet. Oh, okay, look at that. And now you own all the media on Mars, too, because Jeff Bezos launched a satellite over there, and he's broadcasting Disney Plus to nobody. Okay,
nobody.
Cool.
Now, that was a vanity project there. Oh, so his spaceship looked like a dick.
Yeah. Probably what he wanted.
Oh, 100%. That was on purpose.
Yeah.
We all know that was on purpose.
Well, on that note, we are going to take a quick break, change out some batteries, get some more beverages, and we'll see y'all in a bit.
Wait, we have batteries? Now After I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Diddly do.
There they are standing in a row. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head.
Welcome back to the 8-Bit Cat Show. We're rolling into our next segment, Gamers Corner. So recently we just had the Nintendo Indie World Direct. There were 3 games on there that really kind of stood out to me. I know you guys were kind of checking it out earlier. Was there anything that jumped out at you?
I didn't see any of those things. I was not here.
Is it on there? I think it's on there. It'll get mentioned.
So the first one that caught my attention was Tome. It looks like
Is that spelled correctly? Is it T-O-E-M? Tome?
T-O-E-M.
That's what it said, isn't it?
No.
T-O-E-M?
Is that not what he said?
That's what I said.
Stop the tape, play it back, let's see what happens.
Rewind. But it's kind of just, it looks like a really cute little black and white Pokemon Snap. Apparently those type of games are making a big surge right now.
So I just come back and take pictures of little creatures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're pretending to be a photographer.
Yeah, so people like come to you, like you'll go to like a
They market
village.
that to kids. Sorry, that's terrible.
Not that type of photographer.
All I can think is Leisure Suit Larry right now. I'm sorry.
There is family-friendly photography.
Oh, okay.
It's less popular, though.
Definitely less popular if you search stuff on the internet. I'm sorry.
Another one was Far Changing Tides. It's like a puzzle solver that takes place in a post-apocalyptic world. So basically, you've got like a boat, and you build it up, and you make upgrades, and you're kind of sailing from world to world, trying to find a new home.
Noah's Ark.
But with no animals.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That seems really ill-advised.
How are you going to
What are you going to eat?
How do you eat?
People.
Fish.
That's
Soylent Green is people.
gross. And then Necrobarista Final Pour.
Is that an undead barista?
Yeah, well, no. So, I don't know if you, the barista, are undead or alive, but it's basically like this little coffee shop where it's the last chance for the living and the dead to hang out together before the dead, like, move on to their...
How is that a game? Do I make coffees for dead people?
Yes.
Okay.
And living people.
And then is there like a weird story in this?
It looked like there was a weird story. I didn't see too many story details in the trailer, but that one actually is out of now on the Nintendo eShop. So I gotta go get me an eShop card and download it. Speaking of dresses,
Dresses? I don't. Okay, I need to hear this segue. How is this
at
gonna
all.
work?
You can do it. I believe in you.
Speaking of dresses.
you've never seen a dinosaur with clothes?
No.
And that's a dress?
Yeah.
Where?
Deathground.
That's the worst transition
What?
I've
You
ever
know
heard.
what?
Does that dinosaur wear clothes in that? I don't think so.
He might. You don't know. Maybe
He
that's
does-
why
he
he's
does
trying to
not.
murder you. Because
Have you ever seen a velociraptor in a dress? Neither have I, and this game has nothing to do with that.
It's
That worked about as well as a real segue. that fell over and the battery exploded right there.
You know what? I'm just.
Speaking of dresses,
Let me address the issue of that segue.
My nose is all.
So what's Deathground?
It's a dinosaur survivor horror game.
Do I play as the dinosaur?
No.
Not interested.
It's
That is
basically.
exactly what Maddie said when I told her about it.
So yeah, it's like you're basically stuck in Jurassic Park, but they don't call it Jurassic Park, and the dinosaurs are actively trying to murder you.
Like Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Okay.
Patches has entered the field.
Yeah, from what I saw when he was playing the trailer, it just kind of looks like Alien Isolation, but instead of an alien, it's a raptor.
Or a T-Rex. I believe there's
Yeah, but how does a T-Rex sneak around? I mean, it does it in Jurassic Park too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the first time you hear the T-Rex going around, you got the water shaking. But the second time when he comes out of nowhere and murks a velociraptor, you're like, shouldn't we have heard that guy running up on us? I don't know.
Maybe he was actually just hiding in the trees that whole time, and he was like, "Oh hey, let me eat this
so
guy."
you're telling me this T-Rex was just sitting there going, I'm gonna fucking get him.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna fucking get him.
That's
Yeah, the whole
Uh-huh.
time.
I'm a sneaky snake.
I'm just waiting for the prime moment.
Sneaky snake.
I'm gonna fucking get him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody's just like, "Oh my god, watch out for that thing! Oh my god!" And
But
it's like, nope.
but nobody
my
actually
time.
saw the T-Rex
Yeah.
in the lobby.
Just waiting.
He's very good at
cool, I'm right here.
camouflage, okay, guys?
A sneaky snake. It's not the Indominus Rex, which it's got active camo apparently.
Yeah. Active camo.
But you can play as solo or co-op. It's going to be on Steam, and I'm all about.
It actually looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm down. We might have to stream that one
Yes.
at some point.
I mean, it didn't look bad,
I
Yeah.
do want to murder some dinosaurs.
but
I
I
don't think you can murder the dinosaurs.
Bullshit. Give me another Turok game then.
I was
I want to
mean,
murder some dinosaurs.
It didn't say you couldn't murder dinosaurs. It just said that the dinosaurs were definitely trying to murder you.
I'm just not a stealth game kind of guy. I want to go out and I can be stealthy and then jump on the back of a velociraptor and stab it in the back of the head.
To be fair, a lot of the old Turok games did get released on PlayStation Network.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, for like $20, and
Oh.
on the Switch as well.
Okay. All right.
I don't think you can stab a velociraptor in the back of the neck.
I think you
they
could.
would just turn their head, you know.
If you're fast.
And
enough,
quick
maybe.
question: is anybody else hearing that?
The angry cat. in the
Yeah,
background?
this is
Very angry.
I hope this is picked up on video because
That
it's
was-
literally just like in the background.
That is some demonic.
Going,
That is some
"Where the-
demonic shit.
What the fuck is in my headset? And I'm like trying to figure it out. I'm like, it's got to be cats, man. It's got to be fucking weird cats.
I hope that came through at least a little bit because that was legitimately evil.
It would have been great if had you guys played along and been like, no, I didn't hear shit. And I'm like, I swear to God, there's some shit going on right now. I swear I can hear it. I don't know where it is. And
You've
you're
gone
"No, man,
insane.
you're just crazy, man.
Not
Domini
under the
Patri and
table.
Spiritu Sancto.
Yeah.
Christ compels you.
But no, I looked at the trailer. It almost looked like we were talking about evolution.
Yeah.
You could be the raptor, and hunt the other party, which would be kind of cool.
See, no,
But-
if that was the co-op, like one of you is the raptor that's trying to murder all the humans, and the other one's the human that's trying to stay away,
They're all trying
that'd
to
be a
hide.
really interesting co-op.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it
it
wouldn't be co-op. Co-op is cooperative.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
multiplayer.
They
would-
call it
it
okay
was
multiplayer. All right.
multiplayer co-op because one person or maybe two people would be the dinosaurs, and you
yeah.
had like 4 or 5 people
Exactly. That'd be
trying to get it through.
That'd be,
through the
I
thing.
would be. That would be really interesting to add that to that game at least at some point if it's not already a feature in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to that, guys. Seriously,
Yeah.
you can use
Where's
that
the
one.
devs?
You can use that one.
Where's the dev in that one?
I'm not even gonna ask for licensing. Please.
You
You can
just
you can
use
have
that
it.
idea, please.
It's all
Please.
yours. It's fine.
It's all yours.
Yeah, something's clearly happened in the distance.
Cats, they do things.
That's on there. That's on them.
He just likes to yell.
Just wants to be heard.
Were
Speaking
there...
of dresses,
Speaking of dresses,
Speaking of dresses, you ever seen a cat in a dress?
yes,
Probably.
they don't like it.
Depends on the cat.
have you done that to your cats?
Yes.
Did they not like it?
I don't think it was a dress.
Correct.
You put them in costumes.
Do you have pictures
Have
of
you
this?
actually put them in a dress?
Okay, you're putting a picture of it right now. That was a great picture.
I can't wait to see this later.
I'm telling you, I want to make this as difficult as possible. Do you have a picture of them in a hat
Yes.
right there?
No, it goes on there. It goes down there.
No, the full
you,
screen.
You want to?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
you
whole-
you,
Yeah,
you
the
wanted
whole
to cover
screen.
everybody.
Yes,
Okay, got
yeah.
it.
The whole screen. Just pop it up, and then we go, "Aww,
Aww,
There you go.
it's a cat in a
Yeah.
hat.
cat in a hat."
Eat your heart out, Dr. Seuss.
How about a cat with shoes? You ever put your cats into shoes?
No shit.
Oh, you have a picture of cat in shoes. I was there when you took that picture.
So, right.
I
there,
mean, so...
Bella
she's-
definitely had her paws
There
in
you
your
go.
shoes.
then.
She
He-
definitely had her paws in
he-
your
Well,
he
shoes.
did it for me.
I saw it.
I was thinking like little baby shoes, but yeah, Bella likes to get in my shoes.
Perfect. Right there.
Right there.
Rambo disapproves.
It's because he doesn't have any shoes.
Yeah, he doesn't have any shoes
Ready?
on.
Where are his shoes?
Come here.
She's gonna have to edit this, and the whole time she's in the room going, "God damn it, son of a bitch."
I thought Rambo might want to like to say hi, but no, he just wants to fucking yell.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Do you have a picture of all the cats sitting down next to each other?
No.
I've got some that are relatively close.
Insert all the cat pictures here.
All of them?
All of them.
All of them.
That's going to take a while.
Well, I mean, we do have an ad that I can put right here that says, hey, go check out our Patreon at patreon.com/8bitcats, where you can, I mentioned it earlier, but you can go see our original pilot. We also have, you can submit questions where we'll have a special community question section that is exclusive to our Patreons. So if there's anything you want to ask us, whether it be video game related, Disney related, cat related, whatever, if you have little games for us to play, pop that in there. We love to chat with you guys. You also get Discord benefits, so you can hop in our community chat, get to know one another, all hang out. We're looking for an inclusive community where we can all chat and talk about all the cool stuff we love.
Do you know why the whole time that was going on, you kept, like... So I just started doing it too.
Trying to figure out what's going on? No. Keep that head on a swivel. You gotta know what's going on.
Nobody knows.
What's going on? No, yeah.
The trouble I've seen?
No.
Nobody knows but Jesus. I don't know.
So this is a little segment we like to call Hey Check.
No, excuse me.
You good?
No. Please forgive me. Leave that in.
I'm going to isolate that sound so that when I do the hey, check this out, that's the sound that'll play.
Every time. It's like, hey, check this out.
It definitely sounds like a toilet flush.
That's what I was thinking.
That was a lot of liquid in my mouth.
That's what she said.
Sound cut.
So this is a segment we call it Hey, Check This Out, where we recommend cool little things that we've seen recently that we think you guys would enjoy. Peter, you're up first.
All right, so couldn't think of much, but I went with the Life is Strange comic. It's coming to an end at the beginning of next month. They're finishing off Max and Chloe's original story from the first game right before the release of the newest game. Probably so people will shut the hell up about Max and Chloe so they can like the new game.
Nice. Tom, what you got?
Oh, man, I just have YouTube videos. I guess, I don't know if everybody noticed, but Trevor Moore died from Whitest Kid You Know.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he passed. I guess it was an accident or something like that. So I've been binge watching some Whitest Kid You Know. I mean, I used to watch them all the time.
Some great stuff.
Yeah, I've just been cracking along. So, give the Whitest Kid You Know official, YouTube a hit up and check them out for a little bit and reminisce and laugh and, give, I guess, some condolences, I guess. So, but yeah, small accident. I don't know what happened. No one really knows, but sad day.
That is sad.
Yeah.
That's a funny motherfucker right there.
Yeah, he was enjoyable. And we were just watching it while you were at work, and we were just sitting here cracking up.
Oh, that's what I was asking. What's that shit you were watching? Yeah, that should have immediately clicked. That was Whitest Kids You Know. Yeah, that should have immediately clicked.
He made me watch The Grapist.
I'm going to grape you right in the mouth.
I'm going to grape you in the mouth.
I'm going to tie you to the radio and grape you right in the mouth.
Guys, I have some reservations about this.
I've got notes.
Like, what do you call him? We call him the Grapist. The Grapist? Really? That's what you're going with? What are you talking about? The Rapist. Whoa, sir, really? Get your mind out of the gutter.
I think my favorite one would definitely be Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. Oh, he's hammering me in the butt. He's hammering me in the butt.
Listen to the woman, John.
Don't break my butt.
Calm down. Just calm down.
Just calm down.
Great shit.
Yeah, we'll have to show you later on that one.
That one's amazing. Link to that one. That one's great.
Zach, what do you got?
What I got is, hey, do any of you have an extra $4,809 laying around?
No.
Then you too can take your significant other to the new Galactic Cruiser fake Star Line cruise. Actually, Disney has now, they've released a lot more information about the Galactic Star Cruiser, their new all-immersive resort experience at Disney. You can become a Jedi for 2 days. Yeah, for only $4,000.
That sounds like a deal.
Sorry, almost five. 4,809.
Even a better deal.
It's only $1,200 per person per night.
Oh,
but if we split it between the 4 of us, that's what?
A family of 4 can go for $750 per person per night.
Let's
So
do
we
this,
have to lie and
guys.
say we're related,
It does.
basically.
It does include. It does include a 2-night a 2-night stay on the Galactic Star Cruiser. It is fully immersive. They encourage you to dress up. They have all sorts of different experiences and activities that you'll go through. They
do feed you, so it's literally like a regular cruise where like.
Yeah, you have to pay for
food and-
you have to pay for your specialty drinks. If you want something with alcohol in it, you got to pay for that.
is there any destinations that I'm going to?
You get to go to Batu.
We go to Batu.
So it does include 1-day pass to Disney Hollywood Studios, and they do send you on basically your own private, again, themed shuttle to the back entrance of Batu at Hollywood Studios. You get to go. You get to do. I believe you do get early access to the park on that too. They help
Because
you.
they make sure that you get on Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah, and they help you with all your fast passes and do everything like that, so you will get to ride all the rides in Batu. That's one of the other reasons that you get to pay a premium. They have all sorts of different Jedi training activities. They have I don't know if you see the video of the fancy lightsaber they have that actually retracts. You get to use one of those, apparently. But yeah, so you'll see characters running around. It's just like any other Disney resort, except it's only Star Wars. So.
And one of the cool things that he didn't mention is that it's also like depending on how your ride goes on Smugglers Run. Because the cool thing about Smugglers Run is that it's actually set up like an arcade game. So you get in the driver's seat, and depending on what position you are, you actually have to like fly. And if you can't just like.
Oh, you get a score at the end.
Oh yeah, like, and if you just like.
And they will make fun of you at the end if you screw up.
Yeah, like if you just like pull the lever all the way back, like you are actually you have to concentrate, and then like you've got your gunner and your engineer, and so everyone has their own role to play, and then depending on like how that goes on Smuggler Run, it could change the interactions you have like on your cruise or like in Batu itself, because they do have like characters running around doing different interactions.
Yeah, so you get to be a part of the story. You make your own Star Wars adventure, and it's again, if I ever had the freaking money, I would do it. But
So you're telling me like one of these random Jedi is gonna be walking around the so-called set or Batu, and then all of a sudden they see you and they know that you suck at flying. They go, "I don't ever want to see you fly," and then they just make fun of you the whole time.
I don't know if they do that. That still seems like it's going to be a Disney experience, so they're probably not just going to be mean to you.
That'd be pretty funny.
But they might be. Who knows?
Yeah, like it could be something where, like, maybe if you run into a different character and, they might be like, oh, well, we don't know if we trust you to do this thing because, you crashed the Millennium Falcon. Or if you do really, really well, they'll be like, oh, yeah, we totally want to hire you to do this job
Yeah,
for
like
us.
they'll come recruit you, or otherwise you're like, well, screw it, I'm going to go be with the First Order guys and take this whole trip, take this whole freaking ship down.
Just walk into a cantina and it's like, dun, 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 dun. Oh, you. Get out of here.
So it is a fully immersive interactive experience. It is ridiculously priced, but they do have like even on a cruise they have like the captain's ball at the end of it where you're supposed to dress up in your finest Star Wars garb and show up. So I'm like, yeah, I want to be Obi-Wan Kenobi on a spaceship. Okay, that sounds great. All right, I'm in.
That's fair.
And
I'm starting to save now.
Just for reference, like, so for that 2-day experience, it's almost $5,000. For that same amount, you can stay in a moderate resort, get tickets to all the parks for 5 days.
You can go on a cruise
but you
for
don't
that
get to
amount.
live in Star Wars.
Again, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
It's worth the money, I think.
I'm
Still.
just giving you like a...
Yeah, no, the context is yes, you could spend 5 days at the Disney World resorts, go to every single park, and stay at one of the nice resorts. Well, at least one of the moderately priced resorts. You can get on the monorail and head into the Magic Kingdom kind of thing like that. One of those resorts, and you'll be good to go.
You can get on a cruise, an actual cruise,
Yeah.
and go to other nations for that price.
Oh yeah, 100%. Way less than that actually. Way less than that.
Like half of that.
For a week-long cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wherever you want to go and just relax.
2 days, but you get to pretend you're in space. So
Space is
That
expensive.
doesn't really make
I will
sense.
say,
I mean,
having heard the full description, I am kind of on board for the galactic cruise.
no,
I'm not
again,
against it at all.
Again, I want to save some money for that. It sounds amazing. It is a ridiculous price. Maybe it'll go down eventually once demand for it goes down, but I doubt it.
I highly doubt
It's probably going to get
go
more
down.
expensive.
Yes.
Get in now.
Disney's gotten more expensive. What makes you think that is going to
Yeah,
go down?
that's not going to go down.
seriously reminds me of the video we just watched. I'll show you. I'll show you.
Anyway, what you got, Steph?
So I have 2 this week.
2?
So the first thing is, so Amazon is currently taking pre-orders on R2-D2 Tamagotchis.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
Wait, what?
The
Like the
little
digital
thing.
pet.
You
That's
remember?
No, I know what a
remember
Tamagotchi is.
So how do you feed R2D2?
I guess
That-
give them oil.
That's why I said what. My logistics are off.
I didn't.
Does it just look like R2D2, but it's still the same
So like
Tamagotchi?
Presumably,
the
yeah.
case is like R2D2 colored, and then it looks like there's like an astromech on the. And you have to take care of him.
Those guys are all murderers.
Astromech.
Astromechs, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not Tamagotchis. Astromechs.
They're all pretty bloodthirsty, frankly.
I mean,
100%.
have
Oh,
you
yeah.
Have you seen my robots?
Yeah. But I was just like the one that you have in the KOTOR games. That thing's a murderer. It will kill people.
They've done the math. R2D2 has killed more people in Star Wars than any other person.
Even Luke? He blew up the Death Star.
Yeah. Even Luke.
Oh my god.
They've done the math through Clone Wars. If you count all the and that counts droid kills.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It's like
It does technically count droid kills, but
R2D2.
if you're
likes
counting
to murder
R2 as a
people.
sentient being, you're counting all the dudes that he's
That's
murdering
fair.
with Roger Rogers. Those are dudes too, and he killed a whole fuck ton of those puppies.
fair enough.
The other one I have, so Rebel Wilson is about to.
Fat Amy?
Fat Amy is not fat anymore.
Oh, that
She
sounds
lost
weird,
a
too.
fuck ton of weight.
Well, no, I just like how she called herself Fat Amy in Pitch Perfect. We were talking about Pitch Perfect either.
Wait,
Speaking
so-
of dresses,
Who the hell is Fat
So
Amy?
she have you,
Pitch
did you ever
Perfect.
see Pitch Perfect?
I have, yeah, but I don't
she's
remember names.
the
'cause I'm
Australian fat chick.
The blonde. The only fat girl
The
in
only
the choir.
fat girl in the whole movie.
I just haven't seen Pitch
not-
Perfect.
Yes, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I've been
anyway,
trying to
so
remember,
she
But I remember her thinking a different movie where she was with the bald brother or something like that, and they were like,
She's in a lot of movies.
Bride Wars?
Honestly.
I don't know.
She was in she was in the fairy tale one where she
Anyway, that's completely irrelevant to
Anyway.
my point.
Rebel Wilson,
So
yes.
she's in this new movie where it's basically like her going back to relive her senior year, which took place during the 90s. So as kind of like a teaser thing, she recreated scenes from Britney Spears' Crazy video,
Yeah, okay.
and damn, she looked good. So
Okay.
I
Alright.
put
Check that out, apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
check that out. It looks. Oh, the name of the movie is Senior Year, and it's gonna be on Netflix.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Sounds good.
all right. Well, I guess that wraps us up for tonight. Until next time, don't be a milquetoast, and y'all have a great night.